Welcome to the George FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll review a few of the games that happened Friday night and Saturday, or today as I record this, and just see how my team's travelling as well. We'll touch on that and thoughts of, going into next week, what we're doing. So, a little bit lucky. We did captain Sheasel, so didn't really see anyone captain him. Maybe 2 or 3 people I've seen in Discord, but word was he was playing half back. And he started there, and he just played midfield after that, but a bit lucky, 144. Could have got a Jordan tag, so it was a bit of a throw at the stumps sort of captain, and it paid off, which is always nice. So, yeah, Sheasel spoke a bit on radio about it's a bit down on form, so it's sort of half thought get into the game a bit, playing half back, maybe a bit of a response game from him. So, very happy with that. But other than that, short. Now, I didn't watch the Richmond versus Brisbane game because I can't watch Will Ashcroft dominate. Didn't watch. Open up Twitter, he's kick goal of the year. I'm like, that's his second one, isn't it? So, the Will Ashcroft to Sherry trade has been nothing short of a catastrophe, really. They're going to be the same price in probably 1 or 2 weeks. But that's how it goes. What do you do? But yeah, Short and Trainer, I guess it's just a bit of a waste of space here, just having someone with that much money on their head scoring like a really good rookie, essentially. And I wonder if kick-ins are up. Yeah, I didn't really see this game, so I don't know what to say. Okay, round 4, Richmond. Okay, it's shared a lot, I guess. So still, I guess you could say he's the main guy, one of the main guys. I mean, Trainer's picked up the slack, so I'm probably going to ditch Short this week while I can, instead of hold him, get 85s into the buys. Like, what's the point? Like, yeah, you keep rookies off, but it's just inefficient points per money. We can just get a keeper, get it over with now, I think. Thinking Whitfield, but I'm not sure. Maybe go someone cheaper. Yeah, Dawson really good. Henderson disappointing. Another, no one's making money here. And then you have another guy pump out a 30. Hewitt's dead. Hopefully Stone gives us something. But yeah, Rankin, very frustrating as a Crow supporter. Oh my God, how many times are we going to lose games at the end of the game because umpires don't know how to make good calls? Or they hate us, especially Rankin. Rankin, was doing really well at stoppages, but just got, few high tackles which probably weren't there. Then at the end should have had a chance to kick the sealer, didn't, but it's all right. But look, 1979 projected. I think we'll go slightly up this week because of Sheasel captain, and maybe go from, I think I'm 4K to 2K, something like that. But it's still going to be very tight, so I wouldn't stress too much about ranks. But I think we'll start to know where we're at in probably 2 or 3 weeks. Once the best 18s are over, we can actually play SuperCoach properly now. Yeah, Geelong versus Melbourne. No Connor O'Sullivan. How bad is that? Probably overthought the... Sometimes you think of what could go wrong instead of what could go right. We knew we were going to get minimum 1 price rise out of him based on the Koladajny injury timeline, but... Yeah, where is he? Yeah, 103. And we look at, so who's Melbourne got next week? I think it's Essendon. So we probably want to field the Essendon Rooks next week. Because if you look at the marks here, Guthrie 17, O'Sullivan 13, Humphreys 13, Stewart 10, TeConning played back, scored 9. So it's one of those things where, I traded SDK, he scored really well from the back line, had how many hitouts? Had 2 hitouts. It is what it is. The game's stupid sometimes. But yeah, look, Cats look pretty good. Bailey Smith was fine. Again, a few clangers here and there. Not as bad as the other day, but look, happy to have him 108. So I traded Horn Francis to get him in. So even if Horn Francis goes well, I'm happy because I got a 108 and he's going to make 50k instantly. So I'm fine with that. If Horn Francis does 150, then it's bad, but whatever. I feel more comfortable with Baz. Yeah, it is too. Someone else, is it too late for O'Sullivan? Yes, 250k. You can't pay that for him, but yeah, you'd be happy with him. He's going to make stacks of money. Now, is Tom Stewart a downgrade option? I think he is. The age and durability is a bit of a worry for me. It's like 32, ended last year with soft tissue. I don't think I'm going to go there, but I think he's a good value pickup. Help you get rooks off. So I think it's a fine play, like high upside play. I'll think about it, but I probably won't. Looking at Melbourne, I think Gawn got the 122, worked hard for it, but yeah, you can see he's tailing off a little bit, but still looking better than Sherry at the moment. Clary starting on the bench, so I don't know. I don't think it doesn't look top 8 at the moment, especially with Melbourne. They're a bit of a mess. And then Petrarca 92 playing a lot forward, so he'll get DPP, and he's one where I'm not in a hurry to get him. Melbourne are bad, and it's a big problem, and they're 100% going to trade him next year. I think the mindset was we need to keep Petrarca, and now I think they realise, well, shit, we need picks, especially before Tassie. So I think like him and, I don't know, because he's a bit younger, but I think Petrarca's going to turn 30 maybe next year. I think they just trade him, get a pick, whatever you can, and go back to the draft. So, but I do think they've got some good players in that team. Young players like Langford, not his best game, but I think he's showing some good signs. Lindsay, a few others as well. Windsor, sorry. Not much else to say here. Rivers 30. Oh my goodness, people were considering him. Henderson really did nothing. I don't know about his job security. I feel like he's sub-drop risk, but there's probably worse out there, like Harry Sharp. Petty did nothing. See how he goes, but he's just a hold if he keeps playing. Hope for a spike score at some point. Gold Coast versus Adelaide. Rioli 163. So I do remember one of the reasons why I want Whitfield is I know it's a bit short-sighted, and I think 3 of his next 5 games on small grounds, which I don't like. But he does have Adelaide in a few weeks, and he went 160 DT on Adelaide. Halfback seemed to go okay against us, and Rioli went 160 today. So I kind of do want Whitfield, and he's a top 6 anyway, you would think. But yeah, Rioli was good. Tug was pretty good. I think... I'm not sure how much forward he was. I feel like he was both mid and forward. Anderson 102 you're happy with. Sort of, I guess. Flanders is just a wait and see for Flanders. He's forward a fair bit. Giving Humphrey a few CBAs. So I think we'll just wait for him to just get going, because he's had a limited preseason. So I'm not going there at the moment. But he might be one... Yeah, just I think wait and see on Flanders. Limited preseason is always a worry. Matt Rao, this guy, you think he looks like this guy could be M1, watching him sometimes, and then the next week you're like, is this guy premium? Is this fake premium? So he does my head in as a pick, and I just can't go there. I don't care how good he looks, or he might go really well still, so he's a hold. I mean, started the year really well, but my goodness, 17 touches, 8 tackles, I guess, but gave away lots of frees, so he was a very painful owner, and I will never go there again, hopefully. Humphrey, you'd be disappointed with this 64. He probably wanted a bit more, 80 plus, but I mean, he's not a keeper. If you have him, you hold him for a bit. I think he's got easy run coming up, so it might be okay, but probably a bit lucky. Scored his goal, like Wayne Miller gave away very bad turnover in the middle of the ground, and then, yeah, they were able to hit Humphrey up. So really, like, as a non-owner, I'm thinking that should not have happened. That's so frustrating, but that's all right. Looking at the Crows, so they did sub Laird, which is interesting. I didn't see that coming, and it was tactical. Dare say short turnaround, which is a bit of a worry for the Crows. Mostly for Rankin. Rankin had calf strapping, I believe, somewhere in the third quarter. Might have been half-time. And it's got a short turnaround, but he did play the game, looked okay, and probably a bit more forward in the second half. Very painful loss for the Crows. Dawson was excellent. A few intercepts, and yeah, just his scoring avenues are sort of everywhere. He's not that dominant midfielder, like in the stoppages, but does well enough in the stoppages, and then around the ground, like one of the best around the ground mids in the whole league, I think. So just, in the air, Can play anywhere, so just an amazing player. Check the CBAs for Crows actually. Peeling was really good, and he will get forward status, so he could be a cheap one. CBA still went there. Sid took a lot. Yeah, Dawson 80%. I think it's just no Matt Crouch. I think Matt Crouch just had a bit of a hip flex issue, so I can't go there if Matt Crouch is in the team. But yeah, he was really impressive. Saligo's premium, I think. I think he's 105 plus. He's a 110. Maybe 100 plus, maybe 105 is generous. But no, he looks really good. That's about it. I think Sid was okay, 56. Probably a bit quiet in the second half. Low tog. I think they're just going to manage him through the year. Limited preseason. So, yeah, it looks really good. But just a miss. And yeah, Dan Curtin, 65. He's going to make some good money for you. Didn't get a lot of the ball, but like tough game, tough conditions. So, no one has him, I don't think. But I wish I did. It's just hard to get a read on what the Crows were doing with him. And whether if he was sub-bait or not. I didn't watch this game, so I can't really speak about it. I guess Layla was good. You'd be filthy if you traded him. Trainer's good. Yeah, Tomlin's not doing much. Caleb Smith played full game, I think. Yeah, didn't score much. And then, yeah, the mids carved up. You know, Dunkley. McLuggage might be... I think he's top 4 mid at the moment. He's just been cooking every week. So, a lot of points to go around. I think Will... 130. That's so annoying. I wish I still had him, but what do you do? I don't think I'll get him back. It's just too hard to make it work. But... I don't think small grounds will suit him. I think he likes bigger grounds. Could be wrong. I think he's just a jet anyway, so whatever suits him. But right now, because he's more of half forward, what was his CBAs? I want to be pissed if it's over 70. They're back down again. I guess a part of that was because Nia was tagged the other week. So I think that's probably what it is in the 50s. So I wonder if he's on for forward status or not. Probably not, but... nothing for Levi still. I won't go there, but yeah, it's good. Yeah, back-to-back 130s. You're welcome. Zorko 94. Like, I don't know. This is like a good result for people that don't have him and a 94. So yeah, it's a tough one. I think Levi's going to make some good money for us. Yeah, again, didn't watch, so not much to tell here. But yeah, looks like Richmond made a bit of a game of it. Now, North versus Sydney. I have to laugh. I listen to a lot of David King on radio, and if I had $1 for every time he said, when is it going to turn? He says it on a weekly basis, and I don't know. North still like their bottom 8 or 9 players like Darling, Hardiman, Hanson Jr., Whitlock's Young, Scott, Comben. Costanzi was okay today. Logue, Stevens, McDonald. There's a lot of, I think battler's a hard word, but a lot of these guys wouldn't be best 22 in a lot of other clubs. So got a lot of work to do, I think, and the top end's good, but I think, yeah, the biggest, in my opinion, just from my own opinion from the footy side of things with North is way too many years of recruiting non-best 22 players, and it's killed them. So many recycled players that haven't worked. Costanzi he actually looks alright, but a bit of mongrel about him. But look, Harry was excellent. Look, he'll be top 6. I think the start was a bit of a form thing, potentially carrying something from what I heard, but looked okay. Was excellent today. Not massively damaging, but did some really good things around the ground and used it very efficiently. So he's actually hit his break even, so which is actually nice. So people were looking at getting him. I think it's a good price for him, but yeah. Parker was good, kicked a few goals. LDU was a bit sore, bit of a tag from Jordan, so you'd be happy if you that 104 from that. Power, probably not a premium, but probably better than last year. Daniel 92. Felt like he got a lot of it, but only 92. Sherry, he must have lost the hitouts to Grundy. Doesn't seem like there was a lot of stoppages, only 21 to 23. Ladham's rucked a bit too. Maybe low stoppages, low tackles. I wouldn't worry. This is another one where they sat him on the bench I reckon from the 7-minute mark of when the game was over, he went on the bench, he didn't come back on. It's a long season, they're probably managing him. Didn't train much this week. Shit happens, man. Very painful trade-in. It's going to lose so much money. But I guess the whole point of having him is so you don't have to use trades elsewhere. So I'm not worried on Sherry at all. Now the big one here is Sydney's gun recruit, who they got with pick 40. I think it was pick 44. I read on Twitter just before. Riley Boyce. If you don't have him, hopefully you've got Connor O'Sullivan there. But yeah, this is a very horrific miss. I don't have him in fantasy, and I'm pissed. I don't know if pissed is the right word. I'm more numb to it because I've made so many rough trades in that format. Some bad and 3 injuries as well. So, Bice, you get him in for 200 if you don't have him. You just make it happen and you field him with everyone else so you don't have to have this terrible time anti-potting. Did 104 in the VFL and yeah, amazing game. Intercepting, setting up from the back half, even pushed up to half forward a lot and set up a few goals. And yeah, beautiful kick of the ball. And just in the post-game interview, just said he works on it a lot. They were just admiring his kicking. So no, he's excellent. You got to have him. Any format, just get him in next week. And doesn't matter what you do, you have to get him in. Not much else to tell. So Warner was subbed out. He might be on for forward status now because it looks like he was trending towards not having it. And then after tonight, he's been subbed and he's kicked 2 goals. And I don't think he was in the starting CBA. I think it was Rowbottom, Heaney and James Jordan. So Dean Cox did say he was sick. I want to say it was last night. He said he was sick. So yeah, I think he's an upgrade target for us. Now, Warner's frustrating, I think, to own. They'll be really good, and then they'll be like, what the hell was that? So this 50 in his system, that's a nice run. Collingwood, Port. I don't know if this is a nice run or not. Gold Coast and GWS probably tough. He'll probably get forward status. We'll just get him when we can. We're not going to break the bank to try and get him in. Maybe if the break even's really low, but yeah. More reason to not pick Juan Francis, I guess, but who knows. That's probably about it from here. Corey Warner having fantasy. Oh my goodness. He was on 5 during the third quarter. I couldn't believe it. Something like that. Sheldrick came on, had a bit of an impact. Game was dead. Just, cruise around, kick a goal, a few touches. I wouldn't be going there. Cleary was solid as well. This is a next week thing. Did he play last week? I don't think he did. Forward. Hasn't played yet. So he'll be an upgrade target for us because Pappy's out, I think, for 6 to 8. So I think they like him. They want him in the team, but he got done for off-field stuff. So we'll see. Hanley may make you a bit of money if you have him. So I should speak about Roberts too. I'm not panicking just yet. He's got Collingwood next week, so you hold. Collingwood are very easy matchup for defenders, so definitely a hold. But I want to see a few more games with what happens with Bice, because Bice got massive usage. I'm not sure Bice is going to get 15 marks a game. No way. So took a lot of usage back there, but yeah, just we'll wait and see on Roberts. But yeah, it's hard to see when you Blakey as an outlet, Bice. And, if they're bringing Cunningham, who goes out? They can't. It's not biased, I'll tell you that much. So I can't remember where Florent played. I didn't really pay attention to him. I think it was half forward. This is a wait and see. Hold for the Collingwood game and then assess after that, because he's gone well, but I don't know. I think you just hold for now. Just relax, I think, because Bice didn't get much usage last week, and I think Roberts went 110 plus. So I'm not panicking, but just see how it goes with Bice and the team. That's really it. Anyway, hope you are having a decent week. I guess next week's trades, if you know Bice, you grab Bice. If Moraes has a massively negative break even, I might pay for him. Get rid of an Elijah Hewitt. We'll see his injury timeline, but sub risk, injury risk, like bad score. It's just a bit of a mess with this pick. Holding Nevitt, Chris Scott, honestly, says, he'd be in our best 22. Like, well, where was he last week in your best 22? I admire Chris Scott, but whenever he talks, you can just sense the bullshit from a mile away. And a lot of that is because the AFL doesn't regulate stuff like late outs. They don't seem to think it's an issue. Otherwise, they would have done something about it. But yeah. Davidson. I was thinking maybe go Moraes over Marriage, but I think his role is just way, way better. I think Moraes could be a bad miss, but we can go late if we need to. But it's getting late. 11:10 p.m. I guess we can check game day or something. This is our regulars league from pretty much everyone here is from 2019. In the crew, so my eyes are bad. I can't actually read that projected, but there's a 2K there. A lot of people between like maybe 1950 par. So I'm barely even above that. I'm in Absa League, so there's a lot of content creators in here. Yeah, 1950s and a few high 1800s. Big J's having a big game. Shout out Big J. Halftime pinged me in Discord and he goes, "What's wrong with Dawson? Relax, Big J. Halftime, no stress. Geordie will be alright." Yeah, like it looks like we're probably ahead of par by like 30, which means we'll make up a little bit of ground, but probably not much. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Still got Andy and Connor. Like, honestly, Connor stresses me out a little bit as a pick. Hopefully, Windy does go to Butters or Horn Francis. I don't know. I've spoken about Rosie a little bit in the preseason, but just listening to him talk, like I feel like he's got a chip on his shoulder and he's got like a point to prove, and as captain, and he's a proud man. So no tag. I think Connor will go well. So I got a bit of faith in Connor, but yeah. So there we go. If you don't have a captain, I'm just rambling. I should have ended the video 5 minutes ago, but if you need a captain, it's probably McRae. I was thinking maybe Drew goes to him, but sometimes you overthink stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow night for the review of more morning of not having Will Ashcroft.